to my house.
What's good, guys? It's your boy Ty here, back again with a video where we're going to be talking about the next set, Attack on Titan, Origin of Power. That's right, Origin of Power coming out in November. November 8th is the release date. Pre-release date is on November 1st. So if you're interested or you're gonna want to get your first dibs on these cards, then make sure you go to your local game store or find out the local game store if you even have one. Make sure you go to those. If you don't, try to search for one that's closest by you to get your hands on the new and next installment of Attack on Titan. Anyways, your boy here got his access to some cards himself, thanks to UVS Games, who gave fellow content creators as well as myself the opportunity to give a little bit of hype and talk about some of the cards that should be coming out. So we know set 1 came out and it's kind of been like this, so we're not sure, but let's see what set 2 comes with it. And so with this random pick, they chose this character, or they gave me this character, and the character they gave me was Jean Kirstein. I just want to say it like that. It's Jean Kirstein. Some of y'all didn't even know it probably was pronounced like that. I didn't either. I had to look it up. Jean Kirstein. So, Jean Kirstein, he is a 7-hander, 22 health, with an ability that says, let's see, enhance this attack. No, sorry, your attack gets +1 damage, period. It gets an additional +1 damage for every 2 non-action cards you have played this turn. Okay, that's interesting. That is a very interesting effect. Very, very interesting. So he doesn't get buffed based on playing action cards. There must be a reason why they did not allow action cards. I'm not really sure, but I guess they want to make sure that you only get to use attack cards. You do have attack, foundation, and assets, and actually you have shift cards. So with that in mind, you have a few things that will allow you to go off a little bit. So you have that, you have access to card pool clearing. So I guess with this character, he seems on face, you kind of seem like, this is kind of blah, whatever. But I guess over time, the more attacks you throw, if you can find all the attacks, you will be able to start pumping out. So after your 4th card you have played, or I guess even during your 4th card, if your 4th card is an attack, that attack will get +1 damage, and then +1 damage for every 2 non-action cards. So if you played 2 that you have played, it said, so they don't have to be in the card pool, they just have to be played, and you did play them. So if you have played those, whatever those are, as long as it's not an action card, you will get buffs. And it looks like after that one, you will have +3 damage on your attack. So I mean, you got to push out a little bit more to get something out. It's a little interesting. Let's see his second ability. Second ability, response, commit. After you take damage, add 1 attack card from your discard. Add 1 attack from your discard pile to your hand. This character has the same similar ability as another character that will probably be rotating. It will actually be rotating out soon, and that is My Hero Academia's Endeavor. Endeavor 1. Endeavor 1 allows you to be able to commit after you take 5 or more damage. After you are taking 5 more damage or receive 5 or more damage, you get to search your deck for search your discard pile for an attack and add it to your hand. So with that in mind, okay, but this one is after you take damage. So you can half block and take damage and then commit and add it. So that's pretty cool. So you get ready for the next turn. Other than that, that's interesting. Okay, cool. So I think the character is going to be interesting. But let's see what ability they gave us, or what cards they gave us to synergize, or that works, to give us an idea of what he does. Next, we have Skillful Maneuvers, and it's an action card. Interesting. Okay, action card. 2 mid block. All right. Enhance. This attack gets +4 speed. Okay. I mean, it doesn't help Jean necessarily as far as what his ability does, so it doesn't really synergize like that. That doesn't really work, but it just to give the attack plus 4 speed. So if you gave it plus 3 damage already, or if it's already got this accumulated amount of damage somehow, and you're like, hey, I just need to add something in here. Boom, here's another 4 speed. It does add to the card pool. It adds progressive, so it, I don't know, whatever, but it's okay. Plus 4 speed, nothing to sneeze at. That's a lot of speed. Okay, so let's see what this other one is. Enhance, remove. Clear 1 card from your card pool. You cannot play copies of Skillful Maneuvers for the rest of the turn. Interesting. Once again, doesn't really help him. Well, it helps him by clearing a card from the card pool, but you're playing a card to kick a card out, to clear a card pool. It does remove, so it does clear as well, but you don't get any addition to the buff. You're just clearing the card pool to do something else, to try to play more attacks. Nah, I mean, it's now. I think there are other characters that are gonna love this card. It's gonna be fantastic for them. They're gonna be rocking out, especially it being air, so air is gonna be clearing out a lot of cards in a card pool. Yeah, okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, so making preparations. It's difficulty 2, 3 low block. All right. Response. After your attack gets a speed bonus, it gets plus 3 damage. Okay. Interesting. So, all right, so once again, this card also doesn't necessarily work with Jean. Jean only does damage. It has no speed buff whatsoever. So you need to find the speed buff from somewhere else. Now, Air does have not only card pool and stuff, card pool clearing, but also has some cards that give speed, a little bit more speed now. In quite a few places. So if you just find a way to give it plus speed, whatever that attack is, you could use the action card. Although it doesn't give a buff, but you can use the action card and you get plus 4 speed, and then you commit this card and give it plus 3 damage. So it can definitely help give some heavy damage after a while. I'm pretty sure you can punch out some damage over time, but you definitely got to make sure you kill, because if you are not able to end your arrival, especially committing out, if they survive, I'm sorry, Jean, going down. That's all I got for you guys. That is it for the reveals. Remember, like I said, the official release date is November 8th, and the pre-release date is November 1st. So make sure you go and check it out, see if you can find out. Go check out some of the other content creators, some of my homies, all these guys that are doing all these, fantastic reveals. Some of them getting new ones, some are familiar faces. They are all showing out some of these interesting characters. Some are interested, some are just kind of like whatever, but it's all good. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you for including us. Thank you for watching, community. Y'all are awesome. I love you guys. Miss you guys. Take care. Be blessed. Peace.